Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We begin tonight with breaking news. An arrest has been made as police have a suspect in connection with Sunday's homicide of 20-year-old Gabriel Perez.
Officers arrested 44-year-old Miguel Cooley Sr. of Moorhead at 7:40 this evening at a private residence west of Rochester, Minnesota, in Mower County. Cooley was arrested without incident. Authorities say officers ordered Cooley to come out of the residence and he surrendered without incident. Earlier today, police identified Perez as the man who was shot and killed Sunday morning at the McDonald's on Main Avenue in Fargo. Authorities have said Perez was sitting on a curb next to the restaurant when a Chevy Trailblazer pulled up and the driver shot him multiple times.
And although there has been an arrest, we still are left wondering why. A tribute garden has popped up where Perez was shot and killed. Social media posts are also flooding Facebook, remembering Gabe as their friend.
Me hearing about it was really hard because, I don't get why people could be really cold-hearted and do this to somebody.
We've also been in contact with Perez's older sister. She tells us she too is grieving and in shock and wonders why her brother is dead.
As the manhunt for Christopher Riley continues tonight, there's new information from investigators on what led to his father's death.
Riley is wanted in connection with the murder of Kevin Riley Sr. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly joins us now with the very latest details. Katie?
Andrea, Mike, Christopher Blaine Riley has been charged with intentional murder of his father, Kevin Riley Sr. Here's what we know about the case so far. Officials say the last known phone contact with the victim was a text to a female acquaintance on Wednesday night, stating Chris was pointing a Glock gun at his father and dry-fired 8 times. Just before midnight on Thursday, this acquaintance called dispatch reporting these text messages and requested a welfare check. According to the incident report, officers went to the apartment as well as called both Kevin and Chris, but received no response. Friday, September 21st, Chris Riley made a call to dispatch reporting that his father had shot himself. The incident occurred at Chris's residence, and he told dispatch that he would return to the scene driving a gray pickup. Fargo Fire arrived at Chris's residence only 9 minutes after the call was made to dispatch and found Kevin Riley Sr. deceased with a Glock handgun near the body. Kevin Riley Sr. had a gunshot wound below his right ear. The medical examiner said based on the trajectory, it is uncommon to be self-inflicted. Officials contacted Chris 3 times by phone, and Chris told Officer Tim Falconer that he would not return to the scene as previously stated. Chris Riley has been charged with the murder of Kevin Riley Sr. Officials are unsure about the exact date when the murder occurred, but they are saying what happened was between September 19th and 21st. Chris is still at large. We have been talking to a person claiming to be the last known contact to Kevin Riley Sr. What they are saying lines up with the official report, except they have been telling us that events happened at different times. We are continuing to investigate. Guys.
All right, thanks, Katie. We're still waiting on the official autopsy report as well. And for more information, stick with us, Valley News Live, as we continue to bring you updates on this ongoing investigation.
Even though those gray, dreary skies weren't fun for some of us in the valley, this moose didn't seem to mind. This was taken just 10 miles north of Litchville, North Dakota, from one of our viewers, Irina Smith. The rain has since moved out since this video was taken, but it sounds like more rain chances are headed our way this week. Hutch, does that mean tomorrow?
Well, I'll tell you what, our weather may be more fitting for Rocky and Bullwinkle than us. It's been very cool the last 24 hours, and our cool trend is expected to continue. Most of the showers have shifted well off to the east of Twin Cities. Hearing a few rumbles of thunder south of Bismarck. Some showers are moving in our general direction. Thanks to the cloud cover that's lingered around today, we've been slow to cool. It's still 51 in Fargo, 50 in Jamestown. Hour-by-hour forecast shows that those showers out to the west will impact our western counties as we go through the overnight hours. Some partial clearing in northeast North Dakota means a chilly start to your day. Patchy frost and 35 in Langdon. It does look like we'll see consistent rounds of showers as we go through the upcoming 7 days. I'll have details on that here in just a few minutes.
Okay, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
The pain for this kind of an incision would be extreme. Is that what you're telling us?
Well, I can tell you, if somebody trying to, cut my abdomen, I'll be screaming, and doesn't matter what kind of sleeping I am condition, that's painful, yes.
That medical examiner says that there was no sign of anesthesia used when Savannah Graywin's baby was cut from her body. That was part of the testimony from the William Hain trial today. He's accused of being a co-conspirator in the murder of Savannah back in August of 2017. Jurors saw internet history from Brooke Cruz and Hain's cell phones and laptops. It included searches like how to make a noose, and if a woman dies pregnant, when does the baby die? A former inmate at the Cass County Jail said that Hain admitted to hiding Savannah's body in a hollowed-out dresser. But in a phone interview played to the court, Hain told his ex-fiancée that he had nothing to do with Savannah's murder, only the cover-up.
I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't help plan it. I made some poor decisions after I found out about what was going on. Like, I didn't kill anybody. I didn't make any plans to keep this baby as my own.
Hain's former girlfriend, Brooke Cruz, had previously admitted to killing Graywin. She's been sentenced to life in prison. She's expected to take the witness stand tomorrow.
The man who is suspected of robbing a Grand Forks gas station at gunpoint is still on the loose. Officers were called to the Cenex station around 11 last night at 2002 South Washington Street. An employee says a man with a gun stole the till and ran off. A perimeter was set up and a canine used, but the only thing officers found was the till. The suspect is described as a black man, about 5'6", with a slim build. He was wearing a black T-shirt, light gray sweater, black jeans and black tennis shoes, and a black mask over the bottom half of his face. Anyone with information should call Grand Forks Police. Authorities have identified the body found with gunshot wounds near Pelican Rapids as 28-year-old Dylan Butler. Otter Tail County Sheriff's deputies found the body on Saturday just north of Pelican Rapids, buried on a property off of Holbrook Road. The day before, authorities arrested 25-year-old Jordan Dahlman in connection with the death. He was arrested for third-degree murder and interference with a dead body. The sheriff's office says Dahlman and Butler were roommates. The body was sent to the medical examiner for an autopsy.
A Fargo woman has been arrested in connection with the theft of an ATM machine and cash from a Pillsbury, North Dakota business in October of 2017. 23-year-old Darcy Ellis was charged with felony burglary and felony conspiracy to commit theft of property. Officials say DNA found at the crime scene matched Ellis's. She was arrested last Wednesday. Investigators also say that the stolen ATM was found several miles away in Trail County, North Dakota in November.
Construction and congestion has led to frustration for some families and drivers in a South Fargo neighborhood. Discovery Middle School's parking spaces, pickup and drop-off zones are limited while its remodel project is underway, and that's causing friction between some drivers and residents. While school leaders encourage families to pick up and drop off their students off-site, some neighbors say that's leading to blocked driveways and clogged side streets. Others tell us they aren't too concerned because the problem is only temporary. But they do worry about what will happen when the weather starts to change.
I'm sure with snow removal and stuff, then it really does get to be a problem.
Fargo Public Schools says the new construction along the southwest side of the building should be completed in less than 2 weeks, but other parts of the remodel will not be done until August of next year.
West Fargo School District voters have a decision to make tomorrow. Later on Valley News Live at 10, hear from a student on the eve of yet another big dollar bond vote.
It was a cool and gray afternoon with our peak temperature coming after midnight. We spent most of the day in the lower 50s. Fall-like conditions, that's what it feels like, and beginning to look a lot more like fall as well. Much of northern Minnesota experiencing near peak colors. Your forecast is next.